everyone. This is Stephanie, and yeah, I just want to say, this is my, I can't speak. This is my testing video, so hopefully it will help you guys. And yeah, once you watch it, please comment so that I know who has seen it, and yeah, and I can tell Mrs. Lee that these people are doing good and that these people are responsible. And so that's what you want. So comment so that I know that you've seen this video. And also I want to say my playing is pretty crappy, but that's okay because I just wanted to share them with you so maybe it can help you. And yeah, thank goodness I have another week left until the workshop because I'm definitely going to practice so I can get these testing sections a lot better. So, yeah. Okay, hey guys. I'm really sorry I didn't get you a recording or anything with notes sooner, but here it is and hopefully it helps you. So the workshop is on February 3rd, and yeah, we have 2 testing sections. So what that means is that you have to practice both testing sections, and then Mrs. Lee will pick either one of them. So this is the first testing section. It's from See You Tomorrow, and the time signature is in 2/4. So what that means is that each measure gets 2 beats, and at the quarter note, each measure has 2 beats in the measure, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. So make sure when you practice with a metronome, please practice with a metronome. You can get one on the App Store, but make sure that you practice with a metronome and make sure that you are practicing it in 2. So every measure gets 2 beats, not 4 beats. 4 beats is what's usual, but this piece you get 2 beats per measure. So remember you do that so then you don't, just do that. Okay, and then the time that we're going to be tested on is quarter note equals 1:15. So that's why you really need a metronome. This is super fast, but I know you guys can do it. So yeah. So this starts right on 1, and it's a mezzo forte. I would recommend actually just playing forte. And then, so then this is all regular, how it looks. And then, but you need to be careful of this measure, 160. It starts on the and of 1. So this rest is on 1, and then you start playing on the and of 1. Make sure that you wait for that. Okay, and then these 16th notes are regular. As you can see, I changed this fingering. It used to be a 4 on the G string, but I changed it to an open D string. Mrs. Lee said that was okay, and it helps me just because it makes my intonation better. So you can do that if it helps you. And then make sure that you have a really big crescendo here. It helps. It's going to make your testing, it's going to make you sit a lot higher. So make sure that that's a really big crescendo up to forte over here. This is off the string, and when I show you how it sounds, then you'll be able to hear. And make sure that this is a triplet. So it means that this whole group of notes is in 1 beat. So, and also make sure that that you don't get confused by the 3. The 3 is not the fingerings, it's just a note that they put, so then you know that it's a triplet. So these are all regular 16th notes. I'm sorry if I'm getting really confusing. If you don't understand anything, just let me know. I really want to help you. So let me know if you have any questions on anything, or if I'm not making sense, because sometimes I can't speak English. And so this is the next part. Make sure, this is a crescendo. Make sure that you have really big dynamics, especially in all these 16th note sections, because they're pretty easy. And so you need to make sure to have dynamics, and that's going to make you sit a lot higher. So make sure you focus on those. And this down bow, you need to make sure that your bow goes all the way to the tip, so then you can just cross over to the A string and then start playing, because you have a 3-note slur. So you need to make sure that you have enough bow for that. So play this note and get all the way to the tip, so then you can start at the tip here and have enough bow for that slur. And oh yeah, this part is really hard, and it's really confusing because it doesn't sound anything like the melody. So when you hear me play, make sure that you listen to intonation. And also, here's a really good tip. You can play these notes in a lower octave. I don't think you should play them for the testing in a lower octave, but in order to hear the intonation, you can play the notes in a lower octave. So what I mean is that since this, you see, is an F natural on the E string. So that means that you can play an F natural on the E string as like in a third position. You know, that's how Mrs. Lee wrote it. Or you can also play an F natural on the D string as a low 2. So through doing that, then you can understand, you can hear the melody. So if you transfer all this to an octave lower, this is an F, this is an A flat, so that would be a low 4 on the D string, and then this is a B flat, so that would be a low 1 on the A string, and then it just keep on going and going. And I'm sorry if this doesn't make any sense, but I'll make a video so then you guys can see what I'm talking about. And yeah, so just you can read the notes and then play them in a lower octave, so then you can hear what it actually sounds like. Because I mean, who's gonna know how to play this note just randomly, or like this note randomly? I mean, maybe you can if you're really good, but I cannot. So what I do is that I transfer it to a lower octave, so then I can hear what the pitch is supposed to sound like, and then it's easier to play it when you get to the high octaves. So these notes are easy to read and know the note letters, but then this note is like hard. So then this is an F, and then this is a D flat, and then yeah, so you can just transpose, well, sort of quote unquote transpose to a different octave to hear what it sounds like. I'm sorry if I'm not making any sense, but yeah. So you would just transpose sort of for the whole for this whole thing to make it a lot easier to listen to. And yeah, in the recording that will be shown next, I guess, I don't know how editing works, but in the next recording, then you can understand how this is played. And yeah, I guess I'll just go over tips. Make sure that you're following all these bowings. They can get a little confusing sometimes. And make sure with all the up bows that you really push the up bows, so then you can have enough sound. You need to make sure that this is all very loud, fortissimo. So make sure that's that. And yeah, it's a hard section, but I know that you guys can do it. Make sure that this is from forte all the way down to piano, so then you can crescendo this trill all the way to fortissimo. And yeah, hopefully this helps, and I know that the recording will help a lot more, because this is a very confusing hard part. But I know you guys can do it. That's a thumbs up. So yeah. From the beginning? Okay. Testing from Test Drive. This piece is in 4/4. Yes, it's in 4/4. So that means that there's 4 beats per measure, and that the quarter note gets 1 beat. So, yeah, this is all. Oh, this testing is in 111, which is pretty fast, but you guys can also do this. Yay. So, it starts with a half note, and this is just regular stuff. You guys should be able to know this. And remember to have a crescendo here, because you need to crescendo all the way to the forte over here. So this part is there's a lot of emotion, and it's just a very powerful part of the song, so make sure that you're playing loudly and with feeling. And yeah, so this is all regular. This is a decrescendo. Sometimes what I like doing here, though, is I like having a little bit of a crescendo here. I forgot to write that down. But I like having a little bit of crescendo into these triplets. Yes. So this whole thing looks a little bit confusing, but it's really not. Don't worry. So it looks weird because there's that 8 VA thing on top. I'm not exactly sure what it means, but I know that it means, like, I'm not exactly sure what the term is or whatever, but I know that it means that you play an octave higher. So this is a B. This is a B on the G string, but then since it's an octave higher, it actually is a B on the A string. So that's why Mrs. Lee has it marked number 1, because that's the fingering. B on the A is first finger. So Mrs. Lee was super nice, and thank God for Mrs. Lee, because she helps so much. So here are the fingering that she gave us. Follow the fingerings. They help so much. So what I end up doing is I don't even look at these bottom notes, because sometimes they confuse me, because it's not the actual note. Like, it looks like it's gonna be on G, but it actually is on A. So I would just recommend just following these fingerings. She wrote out everything super nicely for you guys. Make sure that you write in the sharps though. So yeah, this is a shift. This is a shift to A on the E string. And yeah, this section right here is what you have to work on the most, because this section here is going into this, and this is pretty hard to get there because you have to reach really far, and you need to make sure that your 1 stays in place, so then the rest of your notes don't get out of tune. So make sure you practice this phrase a lot into this, and you need to practice very slowly for this part, and it's better for it to be slower and for you to get, wait a second. It's better for you to get this perfectly, but we don't know, that's probably not going to happen. So in order to get it closer to perfection, practice it really slowly. So yeah, practice this slowly, and make sure that usually on a regular triplet, each triplet set is on 1 beat. So like this is on 1 beat, this is on 1 beat, this is on 1 beat. So normally, if these were triplets, it'd be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But they're not triplets. So what you have to do is there's 2 sets per each. No. Okay, sorry, but there's 2 beats. There's 2 sets per each beat. So this whole phrase is in 1 measure. So make sure you're playing that fast enough. And these are our triplets, and these are 16th notes. So yeah, just listen to the recording, and it's gonna help a lot. Make sure that you keep your first finger anchored, so then the rest of your notes can be in tuned. And yeah, work on this shift so you can get it in tune. And listen to the recording, it helps a lot. Play really slowly and use your metronome, please. So as I said before, get a metronome, get a free metronome on the App Store, download it on your phone, and use that. And yeah, use a tuner too. Most metronome apps have like a tuner segment, or if they don't, then just get a tuner from the App Store. But you need a metronome and you need a tuner, like really, really badly. So make sure you do that. Okay. Hopefully you made it to the end of this video, to the end of this 15-minute long video. Sorry about that. But yeah, hopefully this helped you a lot, and if it didn't, that's okay. But hopefully the people who watched this, it helped you. And if it helped you, comment down below, like and subscribe. Just kidding. Just comment that you watched this so then I can know that people are actually doing this and that these help. Because if they don't help, this is like a waste of my time. So let me know if it helps. Let me know if you watched it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Because sometimes I can't speak English and like my musical terms like aren't completely correct, or the way that I explain things like isn't understandable. So if you have any questions about anything, just let me know. I'm more than happy to help. And yeah, no, really, I'm just doing this for you guys, so reach out to me, please, if you need any help. And I also want to say, my recordings were not, like, that good, but that's okay, because as long as it helped you understand the concept, that's what I really want you to understand. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to send a better recording so then you can know how it actually is supposed to sound. But start practicing. Use a metronome. Use a tuner. Get a free one on the App Store. They will help so much. And yeah, start practicing like right now. And yeah, so remember to bring to the workshop taped music, a pencil, your music stand. Please bring your music stand. It was terrible last workshop because people didn't have music stands to put their music on. So bring your music stand and bring a good attitude. That sounds super cheesy, but yeah. And bring money for dinner so you don't starve. And I'm probably forgetting a lot of stuff. But yeah. So hopefully this helped. And if it did, comment below. You don't need to like this and you don't need to subscribe. You just need to watch it. Okay, bye.